Hey everyone, Dan from Ochako Bushcraft. Well, I'm up here in the mountains along with Nate from Preparation 101, and we are exploring a bunch of old mines from the late 1940s and early 1950s. There's no roads coming into this area anymore, and we've had to walk several miles to get into here. We actually started our journey before daylight. But I'm going to take you guys on a journey of a few of these old mines that are up here. And if you go to Preparation 101, he will actually have additional mines that I was not able to film and film footage of our walk in. So I'm going to take you guys on this journey. Okay, right here on the side of this hill is the first old mine. Now these were old uranium mines, and from what I could find on the internet, they started around 1949 and went into the 50s, and then sometime after that shut down. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me. I gotta get my lights going. Okay, and hopefully you guys can see. So I don't like to go into these, I'll be honest with you. It makes me nervous. I always get this picture in my mind of what if. And this is the only one I'll tell you that I'm going to go into. There's a reason I want to go into this one. There's something I want to show you guys. So when I first walked in here, I found a dead rattlesnake, and it scared the tar out of me. The way it was laying, I thought it was alive and looking up at me. So I actually turned tail and pretty much ran right out of here. But anyway, so this shaft actually splits in a couple different directions. There's one that they started here to the right and never did finish. And there's another one here, and I've never gone back up in there very far. I've had no desire to be honest with you. And there's another fork here to the left. And this is the one I wanted to show you guys. And I'll walk right up to the edge of it because there was a bridge here at one time. This actually is another tunnel with a bridge. And just below us, down here, and I'm shining my light down there, you guys can see, there's an old ladder down there, dropping all the way down, I'm going to say a good 30 feet, maybe more, to another tunnel that runs directly underneath this underground bridge. It actually amazes me that they never closed these off when they left here. There's 8, I think we found 8 old mines up here, and when they closed it off, they left them all wide open. And you can see, like right here, the roof has actually started to cave in and come down. Nate from Preparation 101, Preparation 101 is right here behind me. He's going down this one tunnel a little ways that I have never gone down before. As I said, I'm just not comfortable in here. We'll film him for a minute. We'll watch him walk down there. Maybe he'll give us a shout back if he finds anything. It's getting really warm. I don't know if you guys could hear him, but he just conveyed to me that down there where he's at, there's warm air coming up. And I don't know what would cause that. I can see way down there in front of him where his light is pointing that part of the roof has come down in that one as well.
Yeah, that's as far as I'm going because of that.
Yeah, he's stopping. He's informed me that he is stopping. He's not comfortable with that spot where the roof is coming down. So we're going to walk back out of here, and you guys have to bear with me. I don't have the same type of video equipment that Nate has, so I can't pause and restart like he does. I have to keep my film rolling, and once I stop, my video ends. he's able to pause and start and pause and start. So if you guys go over to his channel, Preparation 101, you will find the full footage of the other mines that I'm not able to film, and of our journey, our walk in here. But I will get as much as I can here while I have time. So I'll show you guys some of the landscape before I go up to the next one. There are no roads out here right now. As far as you guys can see, it is nothing but high desert country. And a couple miles out that direction is the nearest road. And we just happened to obtain a map from a gentleman who knows the area real well, and find our way in here last year. By the way, Happy New Year, everyone. January 1st, 2019. Nate and I decided that we would take this New Year's journey to bring in the new year and spend the whole day up here exploring all of these old mines. Anyways, I was saying it is a couple miles. So we've got our survival gear up here with us just in case. When we started out this morning, it was in the low teens, and we had a very, very cold wind blowing. I'm just doing my best here to show you guys some of the scenery as I walk up to the next mine. And you know, maybe some of you watching have more experience than I do at these old mines, but I'm just not real confident. I get inside and I start worrying that maybe I'm gonna knock something loose in the roof. I just get this picture in my mind of being trapped in there, and I want back out. I love discovering them. I love being at the entrance looking into them, but not a fan of going inside at all. Okay, so I'm heading up a hill here to another one. Nate's already up here ahead of me on this one. And as I said, this hillside is full of them. There's several that have caved in, and some that have their entrances still open. So here's another one right here. And I'll take you guys up to the entrance at least. Okay. Now this one, actually I'm going to go in here. This one is one of the ones that has caved in. There's a shaft here that they started and never finished. And it looks like they intended to start one here and stopped. And what appears to be another one was over here. But there's been a big rock slide, so I don't know if there was actually another entrance or not. But it's interesting. It's really interesting what you find up here. Okay. Back out to daylight. And you have to bear with me on some of this. There's some pretty darn steep hillsides, and if you guys suddenly get bounced around, it's me probably sliding down the hill. I hope not. By the way, there's Nate down here right now. He's filming for his channel. So I'm going to take a walk over here past him and see if I can't get a couple more mines in this film footage while I still have time. Okay, walking along. I'm walking along what once was an old mining road. And at one time there was something in here that they were digging on. I don't know if this one is a cave-in or if they just stopped and they dug out the hillside. And it looks to me like they may have just stopped on this one. Okay. There's another one underneath me, so we got to go down a pretty steep hill. If the camera is jumping all over the place, I apologize, guys, but just trying to keep my footing and keep from tumbling head over heels down the hill. Okay. Here we are. Got another one. And you can see to the right, you can see piles of tailings right there that came out of this. And this one is still open, but part of the roof has caved down right here. There's an old bird's nest hanging from the ceiling. I'll show you guys. Kind of creepy looking. And by the way, when we've hiked back into these, last time we were up here and we went a little farther, there was a whole bunch of bats hanging from the ceiling, which just didn't thrill me at all. And we were walking in piles of bat manure. But that one, you can see back there is a place where part of the roof caved in, and right here in front of me, part of the roof's come down. So even though there's a nice big opening to walk into, I'm not gonna take you guys back into this one. I'm gonna take you around and show you one more, and then try to show you the valley that we walked up. It's amazing, you know. This place is no longer on the maps. We got a map from a gentleman who has some very, very old maps from when these mines were still known. And he showed us on a modern map about where they would be. This was last year. So the first time we hiked in, we found only one mine. If you watch Preparation 101's video, you'll see a mine down low, kind of in the very bottom of a canyon that goes underneath a great big hill. The first time we came in, that was the only mine that we found. So we went back to the gentleman who gave us the map, and he kind of showed us where we went off course. So we came back in here a second time, and it was kind of by accident. We were hiking straight up this hillside that I'm on now. We didn't find the old mining road, but as we came up to the hill, we stumbled across the first mine. And from there we just started to walk down the hill, and then we found the old mining road, and we found all the rest of the old mines. But I have one more I want to show you guys. It's pretty cool. And if you can see the valley out below me, like I said, right now, as far as you can see, there are no roads. And we've hiked all over down there. The first time we were out, except we only found the one mine. We were going in the wrong direction, and we hiked for miles out there, way back up in that canyon off that hill, and you know, farther than I ever want to walk again, I think. Okay, so as I said, I'm walking along the old mining road. And as I come around the corner, I find this one kind of interesting because, you know, they had trucks that they were hauling the uranium out in, so they would have been really heavy loads, and yet they built the road right across the roof of the mine, which seems a little crazy to me because I am right now standing on the roof of the mine. And if you walk over here, just off the edge of the road, the entire roof has collapsed. See if I can shine a light down there. You guys can maybe see a little bit. I don't know how well it's going to show up. If I drop my phone, I'll never see it again. But down in there, probably without light, you guys aren't going to be able to see, but I would say it's at least 25, 30 feet. There's a drop down in there. And that is where the roof has caved in. And like I said, I find that quite amazing because this is right on the edge of the road that they were driving on. I just picture one of those heavy trucks going right down. Before I take you around to the entrance to that mine where the roof's caved in, I want to show you where we came from. And I don't know if you can see, but about, I don't know, 2-3 miles out in front of me is a road, and I can just barely make the outline of it, but way down there on that road, that's where the pickup's parked. And as I said, we walked up those draws this morning early, walked over to that far hill over there. Yeah, you're probably saying which one, but over there on one of those far hills is where that one mine is down low. And then made our way up the valley to my right, and then climbed up to these mines. One other thing I'll show you here before I take you down. I'm not real sure what it is. If anybody out there knows more about old mines than me, leave it in the comments, please. Tell me what I'm seeing. You know, like that underground bridge. What's that all about? Why do they have one tunnel going in way back in the side of that hill with a bridge going over the top of another tunnel and a ladder going straight down where it looks to me like someone could have easily fell and broke their neck? I don't know. If someone out there knows, please tell me in the comments. And like this right here, there is a bunch of diggings coming out of the hill. I'm just gonna guess another mine. Maybe they wheeled carts out and dumped them off that. Again, I don't know, but if any of you guys do, I sure would appreciate learning more about this. Okay, one more, and then I'll have to turn you back to Nate at Preparation 101 to watch the rest. I think he's got either 3 or 4. I want to say 4 that I don't have, because they're a long ways from here, and by the time I hike down to them, I would run out of time on my phone and the video would just shut off. But, so we're walking back down that road where I showed you that the roof had caved in, and walk around here and cut out of these cliffs. We're going to go clear down to the entrance, but cut out of these cliffs is another mine. Now this one's kind of unique because up high in the side of the rocks, they actually started another shaft. And so you got an entrance running down below me. We're going to hike down into there, into that little ravine. But up here, clear above that entrance, they carved out, blew out another start of another tunnel, and then just stopped. Okay, this one is the treacherous one. If you guys can see, I'm walking on some very loose rocks, and every time I step, they're moving under my feet. So bear with me. If I fall, I'm going to make sure that I don't drop the phone. you guys will still get to see. Okay, whoa, almost went down. All right, here we go. Back in that ravine. And here's that one right up here. I don't know exactly what they were doing for sure, but it looks like carving out another tunnel. That's up above my head. And then the main one, look at that. There's still an old beam holding up this sidewall from collapsing. I'm probably a fool for walking underneath it. I want to get out my light. See if I can shine up some light in here for you guys. There's another old beam. Look at that. Holding up part of the roof. And right below me, right across the entrance, is where at least two of the beams have fallen down. So I'm only going to go to the entrance here so you guys can see up in there. Okay. I can see where, I can actually see back to where that cave-in is. I believe that's the cave-in on the other side of the road I'm looking at, where a bunch of beams have fallen out of the roof. And Ben, like I said, Ben's, this one's caving in all over the place. I am not about to walk back in there. All right. Okay, guys. Back up here to the entrance. I would have liked to have seen this when it was active, though. That would have been amazing back in 1949, watching these tunnels get dug out. The old trucks from the 1940s hauling loads of this stuff out, the old machinery. Oh, I forgot to mention that at the bottom of the hill, there's still a bunch of old machinery that was just abandoned out here. That will be on Nate's video at Preparation 101. So if you guys would happen to know what any of that equipment is, he put out the same request on his video. He said that if you know what any of that is or know more about these old mines, please leave him a message as well. But when we're out doing bushcraft and we're out doing survival, this is one of the things we like to do, and in a sense it is real survival. We're up here in January, it's freezing cold, it's several miles to the pickup. We got our survival kits with us. If something went wrong, we would be dependent on the skills that we've learned and our gear. But we do this, we go up and we explore old abandoned towns, ghost towns, old abandoned mines, old homesteads. It's a way that we get out and relax and enjoy ourselves. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate you tuning into Ochiko Bushcraft once again. Appreciate you subscribing to this channel, and Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Hope you have many wonderful and safe adventures out there doing bushcraft this year. Take care, guys.